Welcome to the ANEW Insight Podcast, empowering and inspiring your journey to optimal health. Hosted by Dr. Supatra Tovar, clinical psychologist, registered dietitian, fitness expert, and author of Deprogram Diet Culture. Rethink your relationship with food, heal your mind, and live a diet-free life. I follow my guests' journey to optimal health, providing you with the keys to unlock your own wellness path. Tune in and evolve with us. Hello and welcome, everyone. I am so honored to have powerhouse mother-daughter duo Jennifer and Kennedy Swann with us today. Hello, you two. Welcome to the podcast.
Wow.
Hi. I met Jennifer and Kennedy at TEDx Temecula, and we shared the stage together. And I just have to say, it was transformative for me to meet these two. They were so inspiring and brought everyone to their feet for a standing ovation. And so I want everybody to hear their inspiring and incredible story. So I'm going to read a little bit about Jennifer and Kennedy. And then the first half of this podcast is just going to be me and Kennedy. And we are going to be exploring all things teenager in her world and what she's all about. She is the funniest, best kid I have met in a very long time. So I'm super excited for that. Then the second half of the podcast is going to be with me and Jennifer. So I'll read a little bit about these two, and then Kennedy and I will get right into our questions. Jennifer Swann is a constitutional lawyer turned transformational life coach whose journey was forever changed when her daughter Kennedy was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA, and her son with autism. Guided by Kennedy's example, Jennifer discovered her true calling to help other parents of children with special needs move beyond survival and reclaim meaning, confidence, and joy. Through her proprietary Flourish method, she teaches families how to live fully, not despite adversity, but through it. Jennifer holds a BA from the University of Southern California and a JD from UC Berkeley. Kennedy Swann, now a high school sophomore, embodies optimism and possibility. A passionate traveler, musical theater performer, and loyal friend. That is very true because she's become my friend. Kennedy lives with an unshakable sense of humor and a zest for life that brightens every room. Using an eye gaze device to communicate, she's become a powerful advocate for inclusion and joy, and still hopes her mom will one day take her on a roller coaster. Come on, Jennifer. Together, Jennifer and Kennedy share an unbreakable bond and a shared mission to show that even when life doesn't go as planned, you can still flourish with love, laughter, and limitless hope. Love, laughter, and limitless hope. Welcome, you two, to the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for joining us. So now I'm going to get into some questions for Kennedy and Jennifer. If you want to pop off, you are welcome to. You're
I will
going to
do
come
so.
back on. Good. So he's going to come back on for the second half, and I am going to just occupy my time with Kennedy. So, Kennedy, it was just absolutely amazing to meet you and to become friends with you. We really bonded backstage and had so much fun joking around, flirting with boys, doing what girls do. So, Kennedy, I really would want to talk about your inspiration. You inspired so many people with your TEDx talk and with your online presence. What made you want to start using your voice publicly to share your journey?
I love people and the chance to meet new people. With social media, I thought it would be cool for people to see how I do things. And when my mom asked me if I wanted to do a TEDx talk, I thought it sounded like fun. I didn't know how much I would have to practice for the TEDx talk, but it was worth it. It was so great meeting you and my new favorite crush, Gianluca.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we had so many rehearsals. Thankfully, I was so grateful for that. We had a speaker coach who helped us weekly, which was really invaluable and
Nice.
helped to shape our speeches. I know that Kennedy was really nervous on that day, and she needed me and Gianluca, her crush, to help her, pump her up for her performance. But when she got out there, she was flawless. It
Nice.
was amazing. And she, as I mentioned in her bio, uses an eye gazing device, which I think is just absolutely innovative and amazing. And let's talk about that a little bit. You communicate using this eye gazing device, and it is truly an incredible piece of technology. How has using it shaped your confidence, independence, and ability to connect with others?
A lot of people don't understand when I try to talk using my voice, but when I use my eye gaze, I know they are going to understand me. I have had an eye gaze since just before I turned 3. I use my device at school all day long. But when I don't feel like working, I use my eyes to turn it off. I can
Yeah.
use my eyes without help, and that's pretty cool.
Yes, absolutely. I think, this device is incredible. And I've actually worked with some clients using a similar device for a kid, especially for a kid with autism. Um, from the past. And I think that these devices are life changing for people. They really do allow, kids and adults to move around in the world in a way that, helps them be more independent, helps them feel more like, just regular kids and a part of everything else. So I really love that you're able to use this and you've been able to use this for so long. And I gotta say, when you do communicate, it's really fascinating to hear how your mom, she really does understand when you do use your voice, and it's very cool to hear her translating for you and to be able to have some more spontaneous conversations with you. So that was really fun for me backstage, especially with your incredible sense of humor and how much you fell for John Luca, um, and really wanted to make him your boyfriend. So, when people first meet you, what's something that you wish they better understood about what it's like to live with SMA?
I think a lot of people feel sorry for me. They think it must be so hard living with SMA and needing help with everything. They don't understand that SMA is not stopping me from doing anything that I want to do. I wish people could just see me as a typical teenager. I like all the things most 15-year-old girls like: boys, Disney, makeup, FaceTimes with friends, and going to restaurants to see if there are any cute waiters. And sometimes I need a wing woman to help me with boys.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I have to tell you, Kennedy has recruited me as her lifelong wing woman. She definitely, as I said before, developed quite the crush on John Luca, another one of our TEDx speakers. And so she was basically like recruiting me to help her get more conversations with him. And since then, we've been doing FaceTimes with John Luca, and I am, forever her wing woman. And it is just so fun. And it's so true. Kennedy is just like every other teenager I've ever met: boy crazy, loving FaceTime, loving socialization, getting out there. So I think that that's a really powerful thing for you, Kennedy, is to show people that, a disability doesn't stop you, and certainly you don't embrace, having that as an impediment. You really do just grab life and live life to the fullest. And with that, you really do radiate. You radiate positivity and strength. But it's true that everyone faces some tough days. I want to know what helps you refocus when life feels challenging.
Sometimes certain songs help me feel better when I'm having a tough time. I really like Don't You Worry About a Thing by Tori Kelly and Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. And sometimes I just cuss.
Well, I can totally attest to doing the same thing. Although I have to say, my husband really doesn't like it when I cuss. Although I think it's a sign of honesty and spontaneity as well. And I think it's, when used appropriately, it can be pretty darn funny. I have some favorite songs of my own when I, you know, need a little pick me up. Currently, I have an earworm that won't go away, and it's that Wilson Phillips songs "Way Before Your Time." But I'll play a little snippet of it in the edit so that it'll stay in my head forever and ever and ever. But I love that you do that and play music, and um, you know, you're able to shake it off. So I would love to know what message you want to send to other young people, especially those navigating disabilities or self doubt. What do you want to impart on people about creating a life that they love?
When I want to do something, I don't think about why I can't do it. I just tell my mom what I want to do. And we do what we can. I think people get in their own way by thinking too much about why they can't do something. I don't understand why people get so excited about what I'm doing in my life. Anyone can do anything they would love to do.
Oh, absolutely. I agree 100% with you. I think that we're conditioned in this world to think of the worst thing that can happen, the worst case scenario, rather than the best case scenario. We're usually conditioned to think of what will go wrong rather than what will go right. And we often limit ourselves and think, this is something that I can't do. And I really hope that you inspire everyone to know that no matter what, if you decide you want to do it and you can see a possibility of this thing happening, there's nothing that can stop you from achieving that. Nothing. The only thing that gets in people's way is themselves. And so that's truly inspirational. And I really hope people follow your lead rather than limiting themselves. So let me ask you, Kennedy, looking ahead, what are your biggest dreams or goals? And how do you plan to make these dreams or goals happen?
I plan to marry John Luca when I'm old enough. Hopefully he waits for me. I want to go to Paris and to Disney World again. I really want to go on a Caribbean cruise on the Disney Treasure cruise ship. I also want to FaceTime Olivia Rodrigo and go to a Shawn Mendes concert. And I still want to go on a roller coaster. I never know how I'm going to do anything I want to do. I just do the thing I can do to get me closer, and then it works out.
Oh man, well, I can totally see all of those things, including marrying John Luca, happen. You have set your sights on him, and as your wing woman, I am dedicated to helping make that happen for you. But all of those dreams and goals are completely doable. You've already done so much traveling, so many adventurous things. And I think it's just wonderful that all you have to do is ask mom and see if we can make this happen. So I am just so honored to know you, Kennedy,
I
and
want to tell you a story.
Oh,
A few
please.
years ago, I wanted to FaceTime Disney actress Brina D'Amico. I had no connection to her, so I didn't know how I was going to do this. I just asked everybody I knew if they knew her. And I asked my mom to post on Facebook. After about 6 months, I found out that my friend Nikki, who was a model in New York, knew a guy who knew Brenner. I got her phone number and FaceTimed her. Then, she moved to LA from New York and came to my house to hang out. You don't need to know how you're going to do something. You just need to believe you can.
Oh, wow. I love this story. You are a testament to making sure that you set your sights on something that you want and then just working your way to making that happen with your mom's help and with all of the help of the people around you. You have quite the network. I know someday you are going to be FaceTiming Olivia Rodrigo. And there is absolutely no reason why you can't go to a Shawn Mendes concert. And maybe I'll have to go with you because I think he's awesome. So I know that in 1 month, I think, we are going to have a little party celebrating your birthday. And I think it's Jennifer's as well, too. So I cannot wait to see you again in person. But I have to say, Kennedy, you have absolutely inspired me. You really touched my heart. And you are one of the funniest, best people that I know. And I just cannot wait to continue our friendship. Keep FaceTiming, keep being your wing woman for life. So thank you so much, Kennedy, for coming and joining me.
Thank
And
you for inviting me on your podcast.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so honored that you came on my podcast. And thank you all for joining us. We are going to be coming back for the second half of this podcast with the amazing Jennifer Swann. And we're going to be discussing all things mom on her end. But I am so pleased to have you on this podcast, Kennedy. And I hope everyone comes back for the second half of this amazing episode. Thanks for tuning into the ANEW Insight Podcast. Please remember, the contents shared on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. You can find us anywhere podcasts are streaming, on YouTube at my.anew.insight and at anew-insight.com under the ANEW Insight Podcast tab. And follow us on our socials at my.anew.insight on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads for more updates. Tune in next time and evolve with us.